And we are back for another Forza Motorsport 7 video replay recap. As Mike would say, hello, hello. As the rest of you would say, probably just what's up. Although nobody else watches my videos besides Mike, but I don't care. And so what I'm showing you right here is the league screen on Forza Motorsport 7. So, Mike, this is what I've been playing recently, and it's pretty awesome. It's kind of competitive because people need to win because you earn points as you win, which changes your rank, which is in the top right. I'm rank 5 for the second band. So it says band enthusiast. There's actually one before this. That was like beginner or something. That took me about 30 to 40 wins to climb to first because you need all those points on the bottom to, like that 2400 to go up to the next level 4 and then 3 and then 2 then 1. And a lot of my wins, I was actually only getting like 10 points because it was subtracting points for the driver skill of people I was playing. So if you outrank everybody and lose, you don't have as good of a time when it comes to your points as if you were just an underdog beating the guys who are already ranked high. So there are 4 different events. They're different, open at different times. And this is cool because it's like, oh, I wanted to race the simulation one. Well, I gotta wait a little bit because everyone's put into this hopper instead when you select it. So this one, this NASCAR race, you can tune the cars a little bit. This muscle one is completely tunable for vehicles, and this spec ghost one is pretty cool because it's usually a fast or a weird car, and they turn collisions off. So for this race is the Eagle T1G, and I'll show you that in a replay. I actually like these spec races so much that I go and purchase the car and put on my own livery on it to make it look a little cool. And then I did a drift session last night too, but that wasn't exciting. So at the end of these leagues, you end up winning a car at the bottom or the car at the top, or both, depending on how well you do. I'm pretty sure you only need to participate to win the prizes, which, whatever, it's Forza, it's not Gran Turismo. My first replay. So we're going to be showing a couple different races today, all in the leagues. This is from last week's league, and this fucking car, I don't even know what it is. All I know is it handles like a fucking piece. But once you figure out the, I don't know, we'll say personality of the vehicle, it's not that difficult. So it is all-wheel drive, and it's a rally car. And I'm just trying to learn how to fucking drive this thing. Alright, so this guy behind me comes up and he taps that dude. And then I'm giving this guy a second to go. But he's just driving like an ass cat. So let's help him move along. So his name is Agnaldo Matias, and pretty sure his character was like Brazilian, like his profile icon. But we got heated, right? So this is the first race I did with him, and look at this. He just tags me to keep me from passing. Okay, we can play that. Maybe he didn't mean it. Whatever. I'm beating him because I'm a manual gearbox. Oh. And then he taps me wide? Okay, let me show you this again. Telemetry's on. 100% throttle, right? Off the gas, and doesn't hit the brake until he fucking hits me. Like, look at that. He's completely neutral, right? Bonk. Taps me wide. Cool. That's fine. Because now, I'm in a good spot to let you know you're a cocksucker. So that's how our rivalry started, right? Off to a good victory for me, letting him know he shouldn't have fucking touched my car. I didn't brake early on that turn either. I took that like as fast as possible. He just used me to slow down, and then he shoved me off the line. Look at me figure out these corners. Oh yeah, mowing the lawn. So a lot of these races in these leagues, uh, I know I said it's more competitive, but that's because people are trying. I've only found a couple racers that are actually up to my skill level, and maybe I'm just racing at the wrong time, and you know, these people are allowed to be bad at the game, but where everyone's in the same car and you can't have any kind of tune, do pretty well. So raindrops start coming in, which is pretty unique because all of the other multiplayer hoppers, the rain doesn't actually come in, it just sets in for fog. Something else cool about the league is the number of laps. So it's not usually a 3-lap race on a short course. It'll be a 4-lap race. So that 1 or 2 extra laps they'll give you on the course help you catch back up. Or in my case, just pull away. I just need to make sure I drive clean and don't tank a corner to keep my, what seems to be, 5-second lead. This game is so pretty. And it's not showing the FPS right now because either telemetry. Nope, it's not showing the FPS because Forza sucks, and I don't know why my video settings change. I'll start the game, like I played it last night, and I booted it, you know, 6 hours later, 7 hours later for this replay recording, and it wanted to be in windowed mode instead of full screen. I've had it load up and be at lower resolutions, and I'm like, why the fuck did it change my resolution? So, I don't know. I really think this game is focused on too much weird shit, like the Hot Wheels expansion that just came out for Forza Horizon. Like, okay, cool, but how does that help me? I guess that's really good for Horizon, but it doesn't help the game be more, I don't know, competitive. I just get a Hot Wheels car. Rather have the tracks, rather have the modes, rather have the driver suits and or poses or skins to make it feel like I'm actually like a personality racing on in a campaign. So I am gone, right? Like they're no competition anymore. Oh, damage is also on. So when that dude spun into the corner randomly, haha, he took a lot of damage to his car, his body, his brakes. So you can see I've got damage on my tires, which is normal. My engine is damaged 13.2%, which means I'm down on power. My transmission is damaged 100%. Probably for running into stuff. Him. Or it was from when he tagged me in the ass, so to speak. Alright. So that's how this race went for the next 1 or 2 laps, you know? Oh yeah, oh yeah. I should have ended the video a second ago, so you didn't have to see this horrible corner. Let's see. The beautiful view. So, something else I did that's really cool is so I went into the settings and I tried normal steering instead of simulation. And the normal steering allows the car to just feel more planted. Like simulation steering, I guess it let me steer too far to the left or too far to the right, and it was like, I'm pretty sure that's how I've always played. But as soon as I put on normal, cars that were wild and unruly and oversteery were no longer, I felt that dynamic through my controller. So normal steering has helped me out a shit ton. And then I changed the controller dead zone last night on the inside so I can have more fine control instead of a twitchy steering feel. So that's been a huge help too in maintaining control of some of the higher power cars. All right, so on to Road Atlanta. So this hopper is all slow as shit, like D-class cars. Maybe I see, maybe I can't remember. But I'm in the Mugen CRX and super proud to be driving this thing. Of all the other cars I could choose, like base model Civics, some Alphas, some other hatchbacks, which is the theme, right? Is those early year hatchbacks. The CRX was the one I had to go with, only because it was branded with Honda's performance line. Makes me miss the Mines Skyline and the Amimia RX-7. Alright, so these dudes, I am faster than all of them, clear as day. He gets on the brakes too early. I want to coast through, but he's in the way and I get tapped in the back. But that's fine. I'm going to out-corner this dude as long as it doesn't hit me. So I'm going to brake a little late. Missed the apex because of it, so I end up giving him room. He shoves his way through. Pushes me off in the grass just a little bit, and that's cool because then he forgets how to fucking drive. Bye, Felicia. So that one is as good as it could go, right? You can see all the power and torque this CRX has. So I'm in 4th place right now. You can see first place coming down to the bottom of the hill, taking that corner, that left. 2nd place locking up, 3rd place locking up. Guess who doesn't lock up and takes a completely better line through here. Okay, so let's replay this because this is awesome. The line comparison, right? Just look at that difference. Look at him, like he's not even using the full width of the track. I guess we're in the same spot, but I'm also not using the full width of the track. Hit that first corner, and then he gets that 3rd green one, so do I, but I'm a little tighter, cutting to the inside. And I'm giving him space, but I need to move out to the left so I can fly through this corner because it's one of the most important corners on the track since you're carrying all this speed through it, and I'm pulling away. Find my brake spot here, take a much better line than the red car in front of me. And this corner, let's try letting off the gas and holding it. Oh yeah, that was real good, real steady. Steady state cornering. Car is begging for a gear change. Yep, there it was. Alright. And now I want to help him along a little bit because I didn't want to swerve around him and risk sliding or losing too much speed. I'm worried about spacing now for these next couple corners, as I don't want to be so close I pin myself like I did last time. And there we go, pulled it off on the door, literally on the door, right? And then he just doesn't give a shit. I'm here, turns into me, and decides to send himself into oblivion. So, by my line, I fucking took it, and I had nowhere to go besides the grass. He had control to not turn in so hard, but he just reacted slow. Maybe he was in first-person view and never saw it happen at all. Alright, so now the hunt for first place begins. So he's at the bottom of the hill. I'm about 3 seconds off. So focused. So this guy, Biptius Tengius, interesting name. We raced a whole bunch together too. And not a bad person. Like, okay, hold on. At which point do you think I'm gonna die, right? Like, am I gonna die here? I thought I was gonna die here. Nope. I fucking lived! That's, God, it's so good. I really thought my game was over at that point. I was like, here I am. It's gonna happen. But yeah, me and this fucking Biptius, Tengius raced a whole bunch. He races really clean. He's just not really good at taking the best line, even though his car is really quick. Like, his car is just as fast as mine. And I'll show you that in a second. So look how far out on the track he is. He just corners poorly. Like, I don't know why. And that let me catch up by like a second, maybe more. Same thing here. Like, where are you going? So now I'm on him. And while he could have just drove the race and won, this is the last lap. Now I'm putting pressure on, right? And so coming down towards this crest, I'm doing 106. He's doing 108. I don't know if I can catch him in the straight. That rhymes. But I start to very slowly catch him. Probably in the brake zone. Alright, so here's a good line example. Full width of the track versus not. He totally fucks up that first corner, and I just completely caught him already, and then he apexes that way too early. I hit the late apex and get the cutback. So now we're coming down towards the final corner, and the finish line is right after it. He's trying his hardest, and then his race is over. And that's the end of it. I go flying through, I just see him disappear to the left. Good times. Poor fella. So the first Yas Marina. So if you remember the last time I showed a Yas Marina circuit, it was from the RX-7 video, I think. So here's the T1G I was talking to about. And look at this open-wheeled racer. I've got fancy Dan Gurney livery. Completely own that corner. Bye, everybody. So this car is an old Formula 1 car, and you have to fight it. You can absolutely turn too much. Like, if you literally have the joystick to the left, maxed out to the left or to the right for too long, the car loses control and you lose speed. So the whole strategy for driving this thing is to not slide. And once you realize that and drive, I don't know, daintily, look at the distance you can pull away. Just keeping the car composed, like no slide, no power oversteer, right? I hear the tires on the audio, and I know that's the limit. And they can't do shit about it. So Dan Gurney was a driver, or was the team owner for this American Formula 1 team, and I thought that was super cool. So when I was looking up what kind of livery to get, I picked this one. Represent. The car's fast as fuck. Oh, where am I going? That's right, different track. That's fine, because I've got so much time. So we're gonna go from watching me kick ass to watching these dudes slide everywhere, and like, this is the only reason I'm winning. Let's watch Little Crayon. I'm sure he's a good person. So, where are you going, dude? Like, just missed the braking point, sliding on the exit, losing speed there. Sliding on the exit, losing speed there. Didn't drive, unwinding the wheel. He's also taking it way too high. What gearing is this dude doing? Did you see that? So first gear, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Down to 8? Man, I don't know if my car's like that, but he's just sliding through here like Tokyo Drift style. Both of them just losing all that speed. And then we go to me. Feathering out first gear. Well, I guess it is that tight of an RPM change. That's crazy. Oh yeah, I'm like a whole straightaway ahead. Maybe more. So do you see the difference here in like how we're laying down the power on corner exit? And that's just how it goes. So first race with this car, trying to keep it under control, fucking won it. Another gas marina. So this hopper is the historic classic 1960s muscles cars. So I went with the Chevy instead of all the fucking Fords and Pontiacs and picked the classic Dale Earnhardt Wrangler NASCAR livery. Because I'm rocking the Chevy, right? So I upgraded the car myself and put a fuck ton of power in it. Once I capped out handling, because it starts as a D-class car, and I think this took it up to C450. So I did all of the upgrades and tuned myself based on what I felt was a good selection here, knowing that the power and acceleration. All right, so I'm gonna give these fuckers room. Is that? Yes. So that fucking red car is this Dawood Suzulik, who's my arch nemesis for this set, and this because this dude doesn't know how to drive either. So taking the inside, yep, he leaves me be. That's fine for now. But yep, he just wants to dive the corner like he's gonna outbrake me, and he said he's a fucking idiot. I feel like next time I do this, I'm gonna pick like a mobster car, because that's almost what these look like as I'm trying to get away from a bank robbery. Who's behind me now? And I am in 4th. Awesome. This is also my opening race with this car and tune. Hey, I'm glad I could help you fucking brake, cocksucker. Don't know if he backed off to give me the spot back, or if he just is slow. Maybe he's just that slow. So my car is faster than all of theirs, and yeah, taking a good line. Okay, he's cutting back across. Jesus Christ. Redneck racing. If you're not rubbing, you're not trying. But I'm leaving everyone in the dust, so I don't know what to say here other than like I'm just catching them every brake zone. And they're not helping themselves by driving, slow. What they could do instead of fighting is be working on staying in line and pulling away from me, but they're too worried about the position on like the second to last lap. So they get a little feisty. And I gotta pick one to follow. He's pulling down the straight faster, so I pick him. Yep, smart move, Mustang. Look at that. That was... So this dude in front of me in the white Mustang, he's a pretty good driver. His name's like EX something or other. Yeah, XXX Elite. Competitive racer, and in a different race, he tapped me wide and let me take the spot back. Oh yeah, he took that corner better than I did. Good for him. Yeah, he's just driving a little better than I am, which is awesome to see. God, look at that radio antenna. Maybe his issue here, because it looks like his car has some parts on it, is that he either went with the game's automatic upgrade, or he decided to not bring. He decided to bring a underpowered, not underpowered, but his car is not rated for the max performance index. So like, I'm a C450, he's like a C37 or something. So maybe if you could maximize those, you know, last 10 pounds. He goes a little hot through that corner. And I get on the gas sooner. But he's taking that corner way better than I am. Well, maybe. That corner really comes down to like getting on the gas as soon as possible. This corner he cuts through. I give him the space. I saw him there, but his tight line prevented him from laying the power down, which is the point of exiting a corner, is straight line speed at the end of the straight. Game thinks he hit something. Oh, poor fella. So yeah, I like him, but those race limits can be a bitch, you know? And I say that as I totally cut the shit out of that last corner, but whatever. Curbs are optional. Yep, too fast. So he carries a lot of speed through that first right-hander, but when he goes wide on it, it prevents him from just using his car's acceleration to dive down the corner. To the next corner, anyway. In this corner, like, too much of an angle. Like, look where we're facing. Like, he hits this barrier, and he's facing literally the other barrier, right? I come in, and when I hit that barrier, I'm not pointed as straight to the barrier as he is. I'm also, like, ready to put the power down. But yeah, maiden voyage with my Dale Earnhardt car. Number 1. And the last one, Suzuka. So all of the, I don't know, probably 10 or so races I did with this Dale Earnhardt car were pretty competitive. I'd end up getting tapped or dicked in the beginning. Dicked in the beginning because the game started the race without me. Look at this. I am literally just sitting there doing nothing because my screen is black and still loading. And then I'm like, oh shit. Dicked. It's happened before too. Thanks, Forza. There goes my pole position. But I'm in 6th. And here's this cox. Oh no, that's Computer King. The other red car. The one that's the red car in front of me is that other douchebag. Yeah, we raced on a couple courses, and he just can't keep from touching me. So I don't know what they're doing. Bye, everybody. Like, I just wait. Wrangler jeans. No sponsor. Yes, please. Fight and contest each other and take poor lines through the corner. So I'm analyzing their cars and their tune versus mine. I catch them on the straights. We all break. We all break through there about the same, but I don't think I was going balls out. He's cutting back for some reason. I don't know, but we're catching this dude, and you know, you're not gonna win the race on the second lap, but you can sure lose it. So I back out, laugh at this dude going through that corner so tight. Whatever. Here I am. Contesting for position. So he tries to come back and like, I don't know what the fuck he's doing. See, he's just a dumbass. Like, so I'm sticking with this guy as tight as I can. I'm gonna cut the corner a little because he needs to get out of my way, because now I'm watching EXE or XXX Elite, yeah, that guy, in first place, do his magic. I see him slide, but he can't fucking control his car, and that's fine. I don't even head for the corner anymore. Now I'm heading for these, the safety runoff. And now I'm just frustrated, right? Because instead of a clean race, this guy was going defensive, but then defending, I don't know. He defended well. He's still in the position, but he needs to yield the fucking position because I'm faster. He doesn't know it, but I do. So he goes defensive for that corner, and that's fine. I turn in, not sure what I was trying to make happen, but whatever. So clearly I caught him again, right? So like, you think he'd realize, oh yeah, fucking realize. Bye. Passed on the outside. Trying to see how fast I'm leaving that guy behind. The car does not shift like that in the game. It's a artifact or bullshit of the replay. So I break way later, and I'm able to catch him. But now he's defensive. That's fine. I should get the cutback and the run. And I have it. So you can see with this Dale Earnhardt car, all the races were real similar to this, where I had to sort of fight for the position. He wants to follow me through the corner, kind of can't. So David versus Goliath, I have a little bit of power. He has a little more handling than me. Or maybe he's just a better driver. I don't know. He sure is sliding a whole bunch. So I missed my break point. He totally runs into me, but then he's cool about it and lets me get the spot back. The issue is he gave me too much room. Like, he could have been on me. All that wasted sliding. So I thought it was super cool. I actually gave him good driver kudos at the end of the race. But yeah, so there's 4 recaps for the leagues. I'm gonna be doing more, and then I'm gonna make a S2000 video as well to show B class competitiveness versus the 22B. Something also super interesting is about a lot of these races, the leaderboard times for like that Monte Carlo or the CRX. I was placing literally top 10 fastest people on the track ever. Like one of the races with the Monte Carlo, I was like number 4. Like Jesus, come on, people. But hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you next time.